Hi Eurovision files. So we just came out of the first dress rehearsal of the second semifinal of Eurovision 2026. So we're here to share our impressions, a little bit of predictions, and yeah, just to talk about it, how we felt, the stagings, and so on.
Yes. So we're gonna go through the running order. I think we're gonna leave the two big fours
Qualify
plus
the automatic
the automatic
qualifiers.
qualifiers. The two big fours plus the host. We're gonna leave them for the end.
Yes.
But we're gonna start with Bulgaria.
I was very pleasantly surprised of Bulgaria. I
Yeah.
was never really a super fan of this song, but I really like the staging. I like the energy. Her vocals were on point. It's a very energetic performance,
Yeah.
and I think everyone's gonna like it. People at home, the juries, people in the arena as well.
Yeah, I think the thing I was most surprised about was how well it sounded. I think her voice was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have zero doubts about her going through.
Yeah,
actually,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Also, the song itself, I said I was never a fan,
We've
but
never been particular fans,
but we always said it's really catchy, and
yes,
it is really
it's,
catchy.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit.
I think people are going to be surprised about this
Yes.
one. Azerbaijan.
No.
Uh, content warning, first of all. This is our personal taste.
Yes.
Everyone will have different likings, and
Yes.
people will like one song or the other, or one stage or the other, and that's absolutely fine. So please, no hate for our own opinions.
Yeah. Everyone is entitled to their opinion.
Exactly. So, Azerbaijan for me, very good singing.
Yeah.
We cannot
yeah,
really
no,
deny
she's,
that.
She's good. She's great.
But for me, this song is very generic, and I don't think this one will qualify.
And I think the staging doesn't really do her any favors. There's nothing that memorable about it, I would say.
I don't see a story.
No, there's
here.
nothing particularly interesting about it. So, yeah.
I don't see this one qualifying just because in this semifinal, I think in the first semifinal there were like a lot of big favorites, and in this one there's a lot of borderline
Yeah.
qualifiers. So that's why we need to leave out some of them.
Yeah.
Romania. I liked Romania. I like the staging. I could see there's a story.
I actually like it a lot more than I did a month ago. I've been liking it more and more anyway. I think the song is, again, catchy, but in a different way. It's not pop, it's more rock. Yeah, and I think the staging actually works quite well.
Yes.
The lights, the use of the lights, and so on.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. And this is a no-brainer for me, and I think this one will qualify. And again, it's for the audience at home and for the arena. And I mention this because there's a few performances that we saw that if you are in the arena, you're not going to be seeing anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you sit, you won't be seeing anything, which is absolutely fine. But just to comment on the staging itself.
Yes.
Luxembourg. So with Luxembourg, there's a lot of people commenting here in the press that they are scared
Yeah.
or worried that Luxembourg is not going through. I don't see any problem with Luxembourg. I quite like the visuals.
Yeah.
They think they improve a lot. And it tells the story. There's a narrative behind it. No concerns about Eva Maria's vocals or performance whatsoever.
Yeah, I would say I would call it a perfectly fine performance. At a time where there are a few that are quite worrying, I don't see why people would worry about it. I think some of the performances from other countries are more like a love-hate thing. Either you love them or you hate them, and I think the people that are loving things that maybe we don't see qualifying are the ones that are worried about Luxembourg. It could perfectly happen that she doesn't qualify, but yeah, I would be very surprised, let's say.
If she doesn't
qualify.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. But we got surprises yesterday. We always get a surprise. Next one is Czechia, and this song has been a grower for me. I really liked it live. This is one that if you're sitting in the arena or if you're standing in the arena, you won't see anything.
Yeah, I really, really like the song. What I think about it, and for me, this is potentially a non qualifier, it's because I think people will forget about it. I don't know if it's because it's a very subtle thing, it's not flashy, he's alone on stage. Like you say, I mean, it's very contained. So for people in the arena, you don't see it because it's sort of contained into like a almost like a box. So yeah, I like the song, and if you ask me about my top 10 songs of the qualifiers, I would say absolutely, probably actually, maybe even top 5. It's the performance and the staging that I think I'm worried about how people will perceive it.
At home, yeah.
Yes.
For me, it's one of the best ones in this
In
semi-final.
terms of like I say, in terms of song, actually, I would say it's probably one that I would tend to listen to when I'm not listening to Eurovision, basically.
Well, no, France will comment on that later. Armenia. Yeah, I still feel this performance is too aggressive.
It's very similar to the video, basically.
Yeah.
To the
The story is there, the narrative is there, but I find all the movements like it's too much for me, and the choreography and the way that the stage is done. There's nothing wrong with how the performance, the dancers, and Simone itself do it.
Yeah.
I think it's not to my liking, so
Yeah.
maybe this one won't go through the final. In my opinion, what I saw, probably this is what's going to happen.
I don't have anything to add. I basically feel the same. I think it's a bit too much for me. Not necessarily my cup of tea when it comes to the song, and the performance. Although there's a story, is it a story that I want to see?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. But yeah, I mean, I don't deny. Definitely original, I would say.
Yeah.
And I like that he's been going around with the jacket and the post-its, and think people could actually go and sign the post-its and give a message. So that's actually quite nice. But
It's engaging.
it's very engaging with the public, and that's something that if I think of Czechia, that's the problem. I have a feeling a lot of people have not really seen him that much or engaged with him that much.
But let's be honest, people who are voting and people who are maybe in the arena, they're not as engaged with the performers.
No, they're gonna see it on the day. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
Switzerland. I think the song is really good. I like the song. That this is the kind of song that I would probably listen to more.
Yeah.
But in the whole atmosphere of Eurovision and the semi-final, probably is in danger.
If I can forget about Czechia, I definitely can forget about Switzerland. I have to say, when it started, I was like, oh, that's how the song goes. It's literally like I keep forgetting about this song. I don't see that it does anything to me.
I think what they have done with the staging does not really go well with the type of song. There's like a mix and match. There are 4 dancers on stage with Veronica. There's something else like a cage with some bands. I think they wanted to put a lot of stuff on stage that it doesn't really go well with the song itself.
Yeah, no. I've been talking to a few people, and it seems to be like the consensus is this one will not qualify, frankly.
Yeah, we'll get the media opinion after we finish recording this, and we'll.
But that's the vibe I'm getting.
Yes, yeah. It's a discussion that we have as soon as we go out. Like, what do you think? And this one, the next one we're going to discuss, it's the one that everyone's been talking about, and not in a very positive way, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Cyprus.
Yeah, so Cyprus, I think, has been one of the favorites coming into. I mean, not to win. I think
There was a lot of hype,
there was
especially
a
because the first one to be announced.
it's the problem, every year we have the same thing. The first song comes out and suddenly it shoots up to top of the bets of the odds to qualify, and it's like, well, but we haven't heard anything else. But suddenly everyone is super excited, and then you get everything else, and it sort of goes down a little bit. I think it was still a good one, and people were quite excited about it. But then we've seen it in the arena. You can explain better than me, probably.
So, I think the performance itself, it did not really live up to the expectations that
Yeah.
all of us have. The problem here as well is that Antigone hasn't been going or hasn't been doing any pre-parties, so we didn't really have something to,
Hold on to, yeah.
to see her vocals and the dancing and stuff. The staging is okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. The problem comes with the singing. I think that she cannot really deliver when it comes to what is expected for this song.
Yeah, and that's another thing that people seem to be agreeing on, that it's just let everyone down a little bit. Good song, catchy song. She's beautiful, but then yeah, like what they've done with it, and especially the voice is just not living it up. So. I've started the evening saying, no, I think she will still qualify, but I don't know.
The evening,
honestly.
we're still in
yeah.
the afternoon. We don't even know what time of the day it is and what day it is of the week. But what we know, or what we agree on, is that Cyprus, it's in danger.
In danger.
Yeah, surprisingly. Austria, the host country. Oh no, discuss this later because they're going through. Latvia. Amazing live, amazing performance, amazing vocals, very moving.
Very subtle,
Yes.
but it does what it has to do.
It's very effective.
Yes.
It's very effective. You don't need tons of stuff on stage.
No, it's good, nice use of the light, and not necessarily in the usual way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's beautiful. I think she's also kept a similar vibe in terms of the clothing and so on, where in all the pre-parties. So it's almost what you expect. But yeah, she goes out, she has a beautiful voice, does what she has to do. It's emotional, and people will say, yeah, I mean, I would be very surprised if it doesn't go through.
Yeah. Denmark. Soren, it's one of the favorites. And
Wonderful.
I really, really enjoyed it. Really like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's been improved from the national final in a very good way. There's been concerns or rumors about his vocals. Nothing to worry about from what we saw today.
No.
Everything was on point.
We were all really hyped
Yeah.
listening to it live. Great lights, great use of the space. Again, at the beginning, if you're in the arena, maybe you don't see a lot because it's happening sort of in a box as well, although he's outside.
Yeah.
But because he's looking into the box, it doesn't feel like he's engaging with the audience that much. But then that changes, so it's good. It
It's
works.
good. Yeah. Looking forward to see that on screen. Australia.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Although,
it's amazing.
although we
That
did
was
have
the
one concern.
But it was the technical side. There's one moment where
There's too much
Delta goes into the piano,
onto the piano, yeah.
and there's too much smoke. But that's something that can be fixed, and I hope they fix it. And I hope that was a mistake.
Exactly, that's the thing. We don't know if it was a mistake or if it was planned, but at some point I did look at the screens and all I could see was smoke, and I said, this is not, it can't be what it's supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
But
The problem I have with this is that I was talking to people outside. I don't want to say this is too perfect, but this is the kind of song that 10 years ago would have won Eurovision. Is this the kind of song I want to see winning Eurovision now? Probably not.
yeah, maybe not, but it's very, very effective. She, again, amazing dress. She looks wonderful. Her voice is unbelievable. I mean, let's be honest about it.
No, yeah, I
Um, Obviously, she's not playing the piano live, but we've seen her play the piano live, and she does it perfectly well.
agree. Yeah. There's
So-
some wow effect by the very end as well.
Yes, yes.
We won't spoil it,
No.
but yeah, no concerns for
Oh,
Australia.
no, Australia is definitely going through, and I think
it's gonna be it's gonna be the winner of the semi-final.
yeah,
Probably.
it's gonna be very, very high up, even in the final. Yes.
Ukraine. We have some concerns here.
It's-
Not in terms of qualifying.
No, but there was a bit of issue with the voice.
I think she might be saving the voice for tonight's Euro show and tomorrow's public show.
Yeah.
Because she didn't really reach the high note, the high note, the long note. She stopped at some point and then continued. I think she might be saving her voice. She's actually doing some interviews on the other side of this curtain at the moment. But I like the staging. It's simple and it's good. Nothing else to add.
No, I think it's I think it works. She delivers what she has to do. It's just some. I mean, like you say, some concerns, but on the other hand, it's not the first time that we see an act at the media rehearsal. Definitely, clearly saving their voice. So. I'm not particularly worried. I'm more worried about Cyprus because I think she actually was making the effort and still it didn't work. But I think with her,
you could tell that Cyprus was doing the effort and not delivering it.
Yes.
Albania, beautiful performance by Alice. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Yeah.
There's one thing I don't like, and it's the visuals.
Yeah.
I don't like the visuals.
No, I think some of it. The bit that is in black and white, I almost wanted it to be in color, and the bit that is in color, I almost wanted it to be in black and white. It's like there's a miscoordination there in some way. But yeah, he's great. He's great. The song is very moving as well. I think it's probably one that is going to have subtitles.
Yeah, like the music video.
So I think people will understand it, and it will appeal to a lot of people. I think it will be a message that people will understand very easily, right?
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I love as well the outfits. And he told us the other day in the turquoise carpet that he designs all his outfits.
Yes.
So
Yes,
good for
he
you,
actually,
Alice.
he does everything.
There's a little bit of face reveal at the very end. And by face reveal, I mean he takes off his glasses, his sunglasses.
Finally.
Finally. But yeah, beautiful performance.
Yes.
Malta. So we have two ballads, one after the other.
Yeah.
Do we think there's going to be a problem with one of the two? Oh, look, Mom, no computer is coming into the room.
Oh.
And yeah. We're going to be talking about him in a second.
Yes.
You want to see him?
It's fine. We'll see him later, maybe.
No, I'm telling the viewers.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry. Malta. I think technically, perfect performance when it comes to vocals and expression, because you can see how Aidan is very expressive in her vocals and the maneers as well. I'm not a particularly fan of the song, but I liked it live.
I liked it. I like the song more than you, I think. It's annoying because we saw him perform the other day and he did it in a jazz version, and I almost liked it more. It was a bit more original as well. But yeah, I think I think it has an audience. This kind of song definitely has an audience. It's almost like it reminds me of like an old-fashioned Italian song.
Bella.
Yeah, but like that kind of 60s ballad vibe, very classic.
Yeah, it will go well with Sal Da Vinci in the final.
Yeah, I actually prefer Malta, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually think it's gonna qualify. I mean, if you had told me 2 days ago, I might have been more worried about this one, and Cyprus would have gone through easily. Now it's the other way around.
That's why the rehearsals are very important.
Yeah.
And the last one for the ones that are competing in the semi-final, it's Norway.
Yeah.
What happened with Norway? Norway is nothing wrong, all fine, very similar to what happened in the national final as well. No surprises, I would say. Will
Uh,
it qualify? I say so. I would say so.
I think so. I think it's probably one of those that is more borderline than others. Um, I'm trying to think if if the count that I've got is enough of qualifiers and non-qualifiers, but
We always get
I
that wrong in a
yeah
way.
I've always liked the song. I'm not sure if the performance is helping me enjoy it more,
Uh huh.
but I think it's probably one that is qualifying. But the more I'm thinking about it now, it's probably more borderline than others. Yeah,
It could be actually could be a shocker no qualifier.
maybe that's a shocker non-qualifier. Well, not maybe that's the second shocker non-qualifier.
The first one being Cyprus.
Cyprus.
Cyprus is the obvious no qualifier.
Well, but it wasn't. It
Ah,
wasn't.
no, but
it wasn't expected. I think.
But I'm
Yes.
talking about
In the night.
now.
In the night.
Yeah.
Would it be shocking? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, and then let's go to the automatic qualifiers, which are the first one was France. Perfect vocals.
Yeah.
We were expecting that.
Yeah.
The performance is, if you've seen the snippets that they are around the Eurovision socials, it's like 3 minutes of that.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything surprising about it. Frankly, my opinion about the song has always been. I mean, it's not that it's a bad song. It's just a song that I wouldn't listen to normally. And
No.
I find the voice, and this plays to her favor. If I'm listening to these 3 minutes, then I'm okay. If I have to deal with these 10 minutes, I'm going to be like, I need a break. But obviously, in Eurovision, you got 3 minutes, and that's what you get. And people might say this is amazing, and that's it.
Yes. Probably going to be doing very good with the juries. Most
Probably, yeah,
likely.
yeah. I don't think audiences might do so well. Yeah.
And then, sorry,
We
I'm
got,
looking.
Austria.
Austria. Very different staging from what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I really like the beginning of it.
Yeah.
He's leaning on the floor and there's a lot of visuals
The
around
yeah.
him. I really like that.
Yeah.
As it progresses, I think people at home or voters are not going to be not liking it, but maybe not going to vote for it.
I think people that have been following the pre-party season and so on are going to enjoy it more because the tendency is that you dance it. We do dance, and we finally I think we've mastered it.
Yes, yeah, in the arena.
It took a while, but in the end today it went perfectly.
Yes.
But obviously, someone that does not know the song is not gonna do that, and they will not know what to do. But somehow I'm still sort of enjoying it. I didn't enjoy it at the beginning, but I am
You
enjoying
see
it more.
what I'm missing here? Because during the pre-parties we got like a little video explaining how the dancing goes. I wasn't really expecting them to do that at
No,
Eurovision,
you can't.
but it would have been nice to have some sort of introduction to the dancing
Yeah, but you can't. You got the 3 minutes.
in the visuals. I don't know, something.
I don't think you could fit it.
No.
I mean, you got 3
But
minutes.
that's the way I
it.
go into the song by the
I know,
little,
I know. But you have to fit that into the 3 minutes as well. So you will be losing time.
Yes, yeah,
of
no,
the song.
exactly. And then the last one is the UK, who we just saw walking by. It's a tough one. I think, again, I like the song. It's the kind of music that I would listen to. It reminds me a lot to Blur, the Britpop band. How are people around Europe be perceiving that? And also the staging is quite original, I would say. But will people like it? Maybe Eurovision audiences won't vote for it.
I was struggling to follow the whole thing. To be honest, there was a lot going on, and not everything was right. I've never liked the song as much as you did. I thought it was okay. I thought it was probably better than last year's. But do I love it? I still don't, and I think the performance didn't do him any favors. So I am expecting UK to be
0
bottom of the
points.
table. No, I don't know if 0 points, but bottom of the table again.
I'm expecting 0 points.
There you go.
I am.
0 points.
Hopefully not.
You wanted to talk to him now.
This is not what I want. This is what I think it will happen. Okay.
Yeah.
So also I like the opening video performance of the second semi-final. We won't really disclose it, but I enjoy it.
Actually, yeah. I thought the first semi-final was.
It took us a while.
I struggled for a while with. We didn't get to see when we did this. We didn't get to see the interval, which I think was better.
Yeah.
But this one, the presentation was actually a lot better. We haven't seen the interval, so we'll see later.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it was a little bit more dynamic. It also felt like there was more music. I don't know why. There's one song more, but somehow it felt like it went on forever.
It's a really funny take on last year's winners.
Yeah. The beginning is actually quite funny.
Yes. Okay. So that's
Okay.
us.
Well, okay.
Okay. That's probably us, and that's the end of the commentary.
Yeah.
We'll be watching tomorrow in the arena for the afternoon show. We'll be watching here for the jury show.
Yeah.
And then after the jury show, we'll probably come back with some maybe shockers, no shockers, qualifier, no qualifier.
That's it. See you tomorrow.
Don't turn off.
Don't turn off. Don't turn off.
This is a gift from Lion Seeker.
Oh my God. What? What is this? Oh. Solo quiero más. Solo quiero más.
And
Nice.
I think
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They have to put this on.
oh my god.
Like we'll do it.
Do it.
Or my makeup will get ruined.
What? I mean, I've got,
No,
I've got to do it another time.
I can't.
Another time.
But yeah, it's a mask.
This is not gonna. This is not gonna play well on Spotify.
But well, go to YouTube and watch it on YouTube. Thank you. We're both wearing merch.
Yeah. Catharsis merch.
Always.
Always. Alrighty, guys. Another interruption. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. See you. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Did you take this for me?